King Narasimha I commissioned the Konark Sun Temple in the 13th century, building it as a precision-engineered astronomical instrument. The entire complex takes the shape of a colossal stone chariot for the sun god, Surya, complete with 7 straining horses and 24 monumental wheels. The site you see today is a partial silhouette. The 200-foot main tower is gone, and this remaining audience hall, now wrapped in scaffolding, was filled entirely with river sand by British engineers in 1903 to prevent its structural collapse. Arriving at the site at midday without a technical roadmap often results in an experience of heat and logistical confusion rather than historical discovery. Choosing to skip the preparatory research saves time at home, but it effectively reduces a sophisticated cosmic puzzle to a pile of incomprehensible ruins. Gaining a high return on your travel budget requires specific contextual preparation to see the architectural intent behind the decay. The 24 wheels carved into the temple base function as high-precision sundials used for historical timekeeping. This stone wheel uses decorative elements as units of time. 8 wide spokes represent prahars, marking 3-hour intervals. Thinner, minor spokes divide those into 90-minute periods. Along the edge, 30 carved beads sit between each spoke. Shadows cast here calculate time in 3-minute increments. To utilize this system on site, you will need to study these mechanics in depth beforehand, or hire a vetted, specialized guide who can demonstrate the shadow reading technique. This upfront effort transforms the temple from a static art gallery into an interactive 800-year-old scientific instrument. Many visitors are drawn to the legend of a 52-ton magnetic lodestone at the temple's peak that supposedly held the central idol in midair and interfered with the compasses of passing European ships. However, the 70-meter main sanctum collapsed long ago. As this historical record of an intact tower shows, the scale of what was lost at Konark is immense, and it left no physical evidence of floating idols or magnets. The verifiable engineering marvel is the dry masonry system, where artisans used iron clamps and dowels to interlock massive condylite stone blocks without the use of mortar. To preserve the remaining structure, British engineers sealed the audience hall with sand from the top in 1903 to provide internal support against gravity and wind. Today, the Archaeological Survey of India is conducting an unprecedented project to remove that sand, using robotic extraction through a small tunnel in the western wall. The exterior walls provide a literal encyclopedia of the 13th century, with intricate carvings covering everything from daily military marches to these complex erotic and tantric figures. Moving past the magnetic myths reveals a far more interesting reality of medieval metallurgy and high-stakes modern conservation. The temple's survival against centuries of coastal erosion and geological shifts is a greater testament to its engineering than any folktale of levitation. Achieving the best viewing experience requires leaving nearby cities at 4 a.m. to arrive at the temple gates exactly at dawn. The architects engineered the temple's precise eastern orientation to catch the first rays of the morning sun as they break over the horizon. If you visit between October and February, you get the benefit of comfortable temperatures, though you will have to manage higher tourist density and increased local costs. Since Konark is only a 35-kilometer drive from the Jagannath Temple in Puri, most travelers find it efficient to use Puri as their primary base camp. Seeing the solar alignments exactly as the architects intended requires enduring a brutally early wake-up call and significant physical exhaustion. Your strategy for visiting Konark should depend entirely on how you want to balance your time in the region. A 90-minute visit allows you to capture the iconic photos and examine the exterior carvings of the remaining hall. This path maximizes your schedule flexibility, but means you will likely overlook the finer nuances of the outer sculptures and the nearby beach. Allocating 4 hours provides enough time to explore the Konark Archaeological Museum and study the specific intricacies of the Kalinga architectural style. You gain a profound cultural connection with the site, though it takes up a full half-day that could be spent elsewhere in the Golden Triangle. For the most reliable experience, stay in Puri, arrive at dawn, and focus your attention on the mechanics of the wheels and the ongoing sand removal project. 800 years ago, the artisans at Konark successfully encoded the movement of the cosmos into raw stone, creating a physical record of the heavens that remains accurate to this day.